There was, in at least one case, a unit that didn't even exist. It had burnt down that the investor thought was there.
Didn't we have the scam? Wasn't the scam in Saskatchewan, that rental scam? The guy had like 100
the two
houses or
ladies
1,000.
yeah,
wasn't that
we
there?
talked about that in the last episode?
So did the market get like flooded with rental inventory because of that, or
whatever happened with that? Was there a follow-up on that?
There's still some stuff going on with that one. We'll probably get more information as that starts going through the courts, because it is right now. But yeah, there was a large number of units. It was based out of Saskatoon, and Epic Alliance was the company. And they saw a lot of units that got turned back to investors that weren't worth what investors paid for. There was, in at least one case, a unit that didn't even exist. It had burnt down that the investor thought was there.
Oh my God.
And that's again why, again, if you're an out-of-town investor, you better be an active landlord. There's nothing passive about rental properties. You guys know that. But if you're not going to come physically see the property, that's what, every time I get somebody calls me and says, hey, I want to buy a property in Regina. Great. Get on a plane, come out here. If you're not invested enough to get on a plane and come out here and see the property, I'm not really sure that, we're a good fit, as in that investor and myself, because I want to show these people what they're getting themselves into and what they need to know, because there's areas of town where you could see really high cap rates, not exactly A+ tenants. There's other areas where, the cap rates aren't as high, but you're going to get really good, solid tenants and good properties.
But you can get rid of your tenants with no rent control. Give me the process. My tenant's a real jerk, and now his rent's $800, and I'm like, you know what? Now it's $1,500.
Yeah, so you could do that. You can. We've got, obviously, depending on whether you're on a lease or a month to month, the eviction process is a little bit different. Whether you're going to renovate it, whether you're moving back in, that type of thing.
Month to month. He's been there for a few years, but he's causing problems.
Yeah. So then, obviously, if they're causing problems,
pirated DVDs. And I just can't have that.
If there's problems, obviously, then you can look to evict for issues like that. And there's a whole process. And our tenant board is actually not only quite good for the most part, none of them are perfect, but you can actually call them and they answer their phones, or they phone you back. Oh yeah. I tell people all the time, like, if you leave a voicemail, they'll actually call you back, and usually within the day, if not within a couple hours. So they're really good there. Our timelines to get hearings is a couple of weeks typically.
Oh my God.
Sometimes a little more. If you have an issue, for example, if with non-payment, or you're concerned about non-payment, you can go get judgments ahead of time and stuff like that. And if they're not out on the end of the month, the sheriffs will make sure they are, type of thing.
Wow.
I'm just gonna give you some different perspective on something that you said. And I just want, I totally appreciate your integrity with your business, but we have a guy who comes on the show from New Brunswick. Okay. His name is Art, and Art doesn't deal with probably any New Brunswick buyers. It's all Ontario buyers, and none of them go to New Brunswick to buy the properties. He does everything through 360 tours and videos, and he's got an incredible business. I think he's like the top realtor in New Brunswick or something like that. He's pretty close, because he just focuses on investors, and it's all a bunch of Ontario money, and he shows them these great properties. And that, he then has teams for them. So it's like, oh, look, I connect you with the property managers, and connect you with the mortgage people and insurance people and contractors. And he has this whole business set up, right? Is that not something that ever crosses your mind? Like, that would be something lucrative for you? Are you busy enough already as it is? Is it just not in your comfort zone? What is it?
In terms of, would it be lucrative? Yeah, absolutely it would. Is it something I'm interested in? Not necessarily.
He's preserving their heritage.
He's got a shop set up. Watch one of our episodes when we had Art on there, because Art is like, he's got it set up right.
But where's Art from?
New Brunswick.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why he's got all these connections. And so now his value proposition is, this is actually our value proposition here in Ontario, because we're a big Toronto team, and then we service other areas. And we bring the Toronto buyers to these other areas, which is going to help sell people's homes for more money, right? Yeah. Your value proposition would be, I got Ontario buyers.
Yeah.
Those guys are stupid. They'll buy anything. They'll pay any price you want. Yeah, and that, I think more sellers would want to work with you, knowing that you have the Ontario connection.
They don't want Ontario people. They want new people that think more like Saskatchewan people. Because Ontario, listen,
not when they're selling their property, Daryl. That's who they want as a neighbor. But when it comes time to sell their property, they want more money.
Do they?
They don't care about anymore about nobody. Everybody's a racist or a bigot or anything else until that person is buying their home and paying them more money.
Right.
Then they go, yeah, you know what? I think that would be good for the neighborhood.
You know what, though? I agree. Yes. And for the most part, yes, that's true. I have lost out on multiple offer situations because the sellers want to sell the house to a certain person.
See,
I've lost out on a
TK,
handful
I'm telling you,
of those.
different planet altogether.
Now,
Different
again,
mindset.
money always talks, but I've had that, or I've been on the
for
sell
sure.
side where they've looked at the offers and said, we like these people.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.